Hey everyone, welcome to the show. Welcome to Happy Tuesday, Happy Taco Day, or whatever day this is that's important to you. And before we get started, guys, let me just say this. I am not a doctor or a licensed therapist or anything like this. I am just a YouTuber, motivational speaker, motivational entertainer, as well as motivational educator, okay? So I just want to get that out before we go and move forward, all right? And also, guys, look forward to the future where I'm going to have more and more entertainment for you guys. So look forward to that. And also the fashion channel as well. That's coming very soon. And thank you guys very much for riding with me so far, okay? Really appreciate it. Now, today's topic is suffering in silence. Suffering in silence, guys, okay? And I know this is a very touchy subject, just like yesterday's subject was very touchy. But I feel like I have to hit upon certain things, guys, because, in this YouTube space, everybody wants to be entertained. But when you turn off that camera, when you turn it off, there's a void that's not being filled. And a lot of times it's spiritual, in my opinion. But it could be other things as well, right? So, what do I mean by suffering in silence? What's my take on suffering in silence, right? Guys, I don't have to tell you as we go through day to day journey. You know, that's my favorite word, journey, right? Journey through life. Sometimes it's better to just suffer in silence. And really, I'm basically talking to the man in the mirror. I'm talking about myself. Sometimes I can be so down and out, guys, that it just take a miracle to pull me out of certain ruts, right? I went through certain points and periods in my life where I went through depression. But the reason why I was saying, like yesterday, there's always tomorrow, is because, and this is pretty much part two to that, because I want to clarify some things. Is because my personal testimony or testament to this is that I've seen some hard times with it, and I've seen some great times as well. And the bottom line is when your back is against the wall, guys, and you're laying straight back to the floor, looking up, it can be a learning process, for one thing. Two, you know who your real friends are. Let me tell you, you definitely know who your friends are. And three, the positive side of that, you just go up. When you're at the bottom and you've lost everything, only one way to go is go up. 1 cent at a time if you're dealing with finances. One better day of emotion at a time if you're dealing with emotional situations. Or whatever the situation is, guys. All you got is when you're on your back and when you fear, let me just put it to you this way. Most people who have something to lose, okay? And put aside the people who like challenges with entrepreneurship, you know, they like being challenged like that, but most of us don't, right? And let's just keep it real. Most of us don't. But let's say if you have a lot to lose and you lose it. Now you're at the bottom. What do you do from there? Do you just give up? Hmm? Or do your mind go into a strategic way of thinking to get out of this hole that you're in? And no, I'm not going to edit any of this. I'm just going to keep it 100% real with you guys. Does your mind go into that other mode to say, hey, I'm at the bottom right now, but what can I do to maneuver to get to the next level? Because it's easy to give up, guys, right? I don't have to tell you that. You're adults. It's easy to give up. But when you get tired of being tired of being tired of being tired, then you'll do something about it. And unfortunately, sometimes we have to lose a lot to move to that next level. Having a scarcity mindset is a normal thing, guys. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you anything less. Having a scarcity mindset is a normal reaction or emotion, I should say, because we have happy emotions, scared emotions, mad emotions, sad emotions, sometimes in between emotions. And life is a challenge. You can't be happy all the time, right? But the good thing about it, guys, is this. Like I stated earlier, yesterday, and last week, when you have that inner light that you can just inject yourself into, and when everything falls against you, when your back is laid firmly on the ground, you can pull yourself up. 1 cent, 1 emotion at a time. There's nothing wrong with having a scarcity mindset. But the thing is, you don't want to stay down there, right? Believe it or not, there's a lot of good people that want to help you. Now, the people sometimes will surprise you and show you who their true self are when you're down and out. Doesn't mean that the whole world is like that. I believe to a certain degree everybody is out for themselves, but at the same time I believe that there's a lot of good people that will see you down there and want to help you out, just as long as you don't take advantage of that person, right? Or people. That's the only key thing. Don't take advantage of help when help comes your way. Dealing with problems is a day-to-day basis, even if you have a lot of money, guys. The only difference is that with money, it helps you become more the person that you already are. So if you're a giving type of person, you're going to give more. If you're a stingy person, you're going to keep more. If you're a person that addicted to certain things, you don't necessarily have to be drugs. It could be sexual innuendos, excuse me. It could be drinking sometimes. It could be certain hobbies that you're addicted to. Whatever the situation is. But sometimes, like I stated before, it's better to suffer in silence and don't let the world know your business as well. I know I'm all over the place, but I just had to get certain things out. Because suffering in silence sometimes, and when you pull yourself out and you don't let the world know your business, especially on social media, because they're going to constantly throw it back in your face, right? It can be a good thing to trust in your higher power that you believe in, and also see how you react to certain situations. And also, it's a testimony to you to become a stronger person and also to learn from your situations and problems that you're in currently. So, anytime you're suffering in silence, always look at the people around you and see who's really your true friends and family. and who really rides with you, who really rocks with you. Also, believe in that inner person that you are and pull yourself together. There's nothing wrong with temporary suffering, but you don't want to stay there, right? And most importantly, believe in that spiritual being that's in you, that inner light, whatever you call him. I call him God. And with that being said, guys, I'm not going to hold you a lot today because tomorrow's a better day. And if you like the content that I put out, please consider subscribing to the channel, hitting the notification bell. That way you'll know when new content appears. And also, guys, I know I've been forgetting, but go ahead and let yourself out. Go ahead and let yourself out today. You already left yourself in, so go ahead and let yourself out. Watch out for those critters. Pull the door too, okay? And also, guys, just remember, tomorrow is a better day. And also, with that being said, I'm not just Tim, but I'm Tim's On Demand, all right? Okay, guys, have a great afternoon, evening, and a good night. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next show.